I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this first topic. So, Conservative Party members have voted down a proposal to recognize the climate crisis in their official policy. And that's after party leader Erin O'Toole argued in favor of the motion, saying the time for denying climate change is over. So, what do we make of this? And do we think political parties can continue to ignore climate change and still be viable?
So I watched Erin O'Toole speak on Friday night, and I really thought, well, this is very interesting, especially coming out so strong on, the debate is over, climate change is real. And I was low-key impressed. And the fact was he was going forward to put this resolution to add into the party's policy book that would call on highly polluting businesses to do more to reduce their emissions and then also be accountable, and also to invest in or support more innovation in green technologies, which sounds wonderful. And then his delegates, almost half of them, voted against this. Okay. So I was just in shock watching this because you think on over half, exactly. So this is not a great look. Now, some have come out and pointed out that the policy book that already exists does have language accepting that climate change exists. But the people in the party some of them feel that it's not that they're denying it, they're just saying that the focus on greenhouse gases is what they take issue with because there are many other contributing factors. But the fact is that many people still see the Conservative Party as being kind of antiquated and having issues with being on side environmental change, which is why O'Toole wisely thought this was an important point to raise. And so the fact that his delegates kind of went rogue, I actually feel like it speaks to a divide within the party. And if his delegates don't believe in him and his leadership and his direction and his articulation, then why are we going to? Why would any of us do it? I'm just going to leave the last word to Audrey on Twitter, who said, this is a missed opportunity to represent the need for oil and gas, but have a fade-out plan and be environmentally forward-thinking. Conservative Party needs to step into the 21st with new ideas for the future. Great, Audrey. Thank you for that.
And that's where I kind of want to step in on that, Audrey. Thanks for that comment, because the idea of the need, I don't know this for sure that this is what Audrey means, but I think what she means is that it is supporting not only Albertans and all of the oil and gas producing provinces, but it is also supporting this country's pocketbooks. $105 billion has been contributed to our GDP, which is basically the value of all the goods and services that our country is producing. That was just last year alone, $105 billion. It's contributed $10 billion to the annual revenue if you look at between 2017 and 2019. It's not just like Albertans that we think or Westerners that need oil and gas because it is literally the job that is putting food on the table for these families, but it is also supporting the existence of our very country, which is why I agree the Conservative Party has missed an opportunity to say, listen, let's face it. We know what our issue is. It supports so much of our country, but who is the brave one, the courageous one, who will start to invest heavily in those renewable energies that will be the jobs of the children of those 500,000 people who work in the oil and gas sector in Canada today?
And it's also a missed opportunity to convince voters, or at least attract voters who are not happy, who are disappointed with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I would be one of them. I'm not really down with Justin Trudeau's policies, his decisions, especially over the last year. And I have been more open to other voting options. But when I'm seeing a headline like this, where this party is refusing to just put into their program, climate change is real. It's like saying children are precious. Like it's a duh, right? It's a duh. It's the same. When you can't even agree on that and you won't put that into your party's little guidebook.
They have it in there. That's the point. They have it in their guidebook. They say they do. They say they have it in there.
But the delegates,
but it's their debate about the finer point.
Climate change is real.
The delegates voted against the party declaring that.
Yes. Yeah.
I think if you don't agree on the starting point, how are you going to get going down the road? I think that's the problem. If you can't agree on basic facts and the starting line, how do you get to know where you're going? That's, to me, the biggest issue about language here.
And for me, when he said he wanted to O'Toole said he wanted to defeat the lie that conservatives are a party of climate change deniers. And that was, as you said, Cynthia, so smart, because he's appealing, this is how I saw it, he's appealing to potentially new and younger members, because globally, it's the most commonly cited issue of concern among young adults. I feel like this just puts the party back, well, several decades.
There it is. Okay.